and we are ready to go. My in-laws just got here. I just want to give you a quick outfit check. All TJ Maxx, including this cute little bag. Look how cute that is. Excuse the mess behind us. We are under construction. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. We've made it to Vintage Market Days. I've got Steven here with me. He's going to help be my videographer slash photographer today. Look at this right here. How awesome is that? Look what we just spotted across the way. I was just talking about this the other day, only it's not as big as we were wanting, but it's definitely bigger than the one I found the other day. How weird is that?
I make all the coffee myself. Like I said, I have a small commercial kitchen in downtown Tulsa where I'm from, and I started this candy company because my wife's a teacher and she was overwhelmed with her school supply needs about 3 years ago. So I turned my grandmother's toffee recipe into a small business, and teachers, they can email us and we'll buy their school supplies for them.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, super excited.
Cool. Okay, which one did you already tried it?
Yeah, sorry. I
Here.
had the whole thing.
Here.
It was really good, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, which one did you try? You didn't even let me taste it.
With
It's on
the
record.
sea salt.
Babe, it's on record.
All right.
Okay, which one?
This is the milk chocolate with almonds or the dark chocolate with sea salt.
Is it overwhelming dark chocolate?
No, it's a thin layer on the top.
Okay, then let's go with the milk. Milk chocolate, yeah.
And you can share that one with me.
I'm not sharing. You
Oh,
can share.
let me see.
Let's see. Oh my god, that is so good.
Thank you.
You made that?
I did?
Mmm.
You can have a seat. Look, I'm gonna show you the best scrub in the world is made with organic and natural products. We made it with a Prud'Homme. It's a French company, but it's a cosmetic company. Look how it's a treatment that you do just once a week. It's for remove the dead layer of your skin. The dead skin.
So is it like an exfoliator?
Similar. It's not the same, but it's similar. When you do exfoliator, sometimes it's very strong, and then you remove the layer of water that you have in your protection, right?
Okay.
This is gonna remove just the dead skin. Look at that. Close your hand, please. You have to apply once a week in your face like this. like I'm doing here, is better after shower, right? You know it's very important to remove the dead skin. If you don't remove the dead skin, your moisturizer doesn't work 100%. Apply, leave on for 20 seconds and massage your skin. All the pollution, look at that, start to remove, you see?
See, if I'd have known you was gonna put it on the back of my hand, you could have used it on me. I thought you were gonna put it on the face.
It's
When
definitely
you do
taking my
this-
skin away.
Yes, when you do this, what happened with
He
your
took your
body?
tan away.
Yeah, we're gonna stop here. No, it's really good. It has a lot of vitamin C, and look at that. Look at the touch your skin and compare. The touch
Touch it.
here and touch it.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I tell you, it's really really good.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm just gonna apply moisturize. Give me this side. Look at that. 1, 2, fast, absorb. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Now look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow. That's crazy.
It's amazing, I tell you. So you're gonna love the peeling gel. Okay. This is also a treatment. If you do correctly, like once a week, and use your eye cream every day. But you can use like for this result like this. You need a result fast. You wanna you do like this. Look up.
Where?
Look
On
up.
my eye?
Yeah,
Oh.
look up. You can put on the top of your makeup, okay? You just take care
Ooh.
like that. You're gonna see how it's gonna work. It's a little bit more over there. It's like a Photoshop.
So is it like concealer?
Huh?
Like a concealer?
It's like a Photoshop.
Oh, Photoshop.
Photoshop.
Okay.
A little bit more. You just drop here. Don't touch. Remember, it's
Oh wow. Woo, my hair is crazy. Cool. It just like blurs it away. Do you have this for body?
I have this for body. This is the best one.
Can you open it up?
This sucker's almost $500. I'm sure it's on this side.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at this latch.
have two other birdhouses down there. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
We restore all the trunks. These
Yeah.
are European trunks. That one's probably 1930, 1925, something like that.
We are back in the truck and we are now fixing to head downtown to find some lunch. Yum. We're headed to, what's it called? Flying
Flying
saucer.
saucer.
Head to the flying saucer. We have our masks.
Yeah.
Yay!
A pair of jeans and a dusty shirt. We didn't have a dime. No, you and me were poor as dirt. All we had was time. Hey, do you remember? Sneak it out in the night. Me playing the Fender and you singing, oh, it's alright. Beating hearts full of lust, shiny stars over us. Just a dream guiding us, and not a single cloud.
And guys, that is it for today. Thank you for following along with us and checking out the Vintage Market Days in Little Rock, Arkansas. It was a really cool experience. I've never been to Vintage Market Days before, and thank you to the ladies that are behind it. They are the ones that extended the invite to me as an influencer for Arkansas, and I just really appreciate the experience. And yeah, I just really wanted to show you guys what we got. So whenever we first got there, there were so many booths. Like, I think the flyer said that there was 200 booths, and that's pretty much accurate. I would say the place was huge, and it was just like booth after booth after booth of all types of different vintage stuff. And there was some candy places, or not places, but you know, like candy booths where they made homemade candy. There was even one where they were making it right then on the spot, which I thought that was really cool. And then, sorry, I have an eyelash or something. Ugh. Anyways, it was just really awesome to be able to see most everything there was like handmade type stuff. And so it was kind of like a flea market in a way, only it was not, you know, some flea markets you'll go into and it's just like junk. This place was not like that. You could tell that every single booth was curated to the specific brand. There was so much cool stuff. I wish I could have gotten something from every single booth. Unfortunately, I'm not a millionaire yet. Whenever we first got there, they gave me this little sack bag right here that has the Vintage Market Days logo on it for me to like carry all my stuff in. And one of the first things that we bought was candy. And please keep in mind, I had like a banana for breakfast and a cup of 2 cups of coffee. So 2 cups of coffee and a banana did not go very far. And so we come across, it's called Oklahoma Toffee right here. The guy was telling us, he told us the whole story. You saw the whole story. So awesome. This is delicious. I will link them in the description box along with everything else and all the other vendors stuff that we got stuff from. But this toffee is so good. I didn't try the dark chocolate. I think, did Steven try the dark chocolate? I'm not a dark chocolate person, so I can only do little bits of dark chocolate, like in, is it the Almond Joy that does dark chocolate? Anyway, so it has to be like very subtle dark chocolate, if you know what I mean. Anyways, this Oklahoma toffee was made in, I think he said Tulsa? Is that what they said? Was Tulsa? I think so. Anyways, so good, delicious. I'm going to eat all of this myself. And then we went to another booth that was doing, oh, these are my pins. This, oh, they're stuck together. Okay, these are the pins to get in the gate. Okay, so I went to this one booth. The guy that was showing us, that did the stuff on Steven's hand, we ended up getting this right here. And I was recording, and so then he was like, do you have a blog or something? Like, what are you doing? And I was like, yes, I have a, you know, I do have a blog, but I was recording for a YouTube video. And he said that with this, he threw this in free for me to test out. So this is like a scrub. It's not like a scrub. It's a it's really hard to explain, but it does take off the dead skin. You saw, oh, look at my hair, oh my gosh. What you saw him doing on the back of Steven's hand, was this right here, and it just took off all the dead skin. And then this is the moisturizer that you use afterwards. And so he threw this in for free for me to test out and review type thing, which I thought that was really neat. Like, that's like, I get emails for, you know, from people like testing and reviewing stuff, but I've never had that happen like in person, so I thought that was really neat. Yeah, and so this I'm really excited to try alongside this, and again I will link it in the description box below. And then the next thing was, again, food. By this time, it was like 11 o'clock by the time we got this, and I was so hungry. So hungry. I was like, I've got to get something to eat. And so I think that's why we ended up getting so much candy, because they were doing samples. And so this is like chocolate balls. I don't know. Steven picked it out. They were good. So we got a little bag to support local shop. Actually, it's not even local. Let's see. Where's she from? Oh, she's from Victoria, Texas. She's from Victoria, Texas. Handmade chocolate balls. Really good. Again, I will link it below. Now, the hero of the day, what stole the show, was this. This is a trunk, and I am kicking myself for not asking more questions about it. It is leather bound, and let me see if I can get you. Okay. So it's leather bound with this, it's almost like a caramel brown color with brass hardware. Let me see if I can get this open. And then, oh. Okay. There's the inside. It's wood on the inside. He had tons of, ooh, see, you can smell the oldness. It's so crazy. It reminds me of my granny's house, which ultimately is why whenever I saw this online, like, because they were advertising like through Facebook and stuff, and they had pictures from like other shows and all that kind of stuff, and I saw that they had tons of trunks. And okay, so whenever I was a kid, I had one of my granny's trunks. Now, my granny is my great-grandmother, who's also the one that we named Lillian after. And so I had one of hers, except for hers was black, and it was probably double this height, and it was like a little bigger. I had it in my room like my whole childhood. It stayed at the foot of my bed. It kept like my throw blankets and like some stuffed animals and all of that kind of stuff in there, until like I kept it forever, and it just finally, like, the top would, it just like crumbled basically. And so whenever I saw this one, I was like, oh my god, it reminds me of my granny so much. It was just like, kind of gets you a little emotional, you know? So it just really reminded me of the one that I had as a kid, and it's just, it's a beautiful piece. It is, and like I said, I wish I had like asked more questions about it. I just saw it and was just like, oh my gosh, like they had tons of other ones, but this was the only one that was like leather bound. And anyways, I'm so excited for this. I want to get, I might keep it here on the fireplace. I don't know. Steven was like, well, what are you gonna do with it? Where's it gonna go? And I'm like, I don't know. I just love it so much. And so maybe get a stand for it. I know he had several that he had added legs to, or like put wheels on. I know I don't want it to like roll, and it's definitely not big enough to use as a coffee table. I know people do that. And so I was thinking maybe if I got a rack to put it on, like a trunk rack or like a luggage rack of some sort, you know, I could use it for like decorative, almost like a console table, and just kind of style it up. Anyways, I just love it, and I'm so glad I found it. And yes, it's old, and I don't even know what else to say about it other than it is beautiful, and I love it, and it reminds me of my granny. So with that fun fact, I'm going to close this video out, and again, thank you to Vintage Market Days for inviting me. I loved it, and all of your staff was just so nice. All the vendors were so nice. They were very informative anytime I asked questions. Unfortunately, I didn't get to ask questions about this. like I said before, I will have everything linked in the description box. And guys, if you're new to this channel, hello, my name is Krystal. Hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button and let me know what you think of my loot. What do you think of my trunk? Yeah, so my kids and my husband and my in-laws are all out at the pool. So I'm fixing to wrap this up and go join them.